So you want to start a YouTube channel. Congratulations. That is a big decision, and I'm very excited for you because I cannot tell you how happy I am I started a YouTube channel. Now, I started my YouTube channel quite a few years ago. However, it's only in the past year and a half that I've been posting content on the regular. And so today I want to talk to you about how to start a channel and what some of the best practices are, because I've learned quite a bit in this year and a half or so. I've also gotten monetized already, and so I've got some tips for you about how to best post your content, how often to post content, how to make a plan, and how to reach the goals that you want for your business through your YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, the way you create a YouTube channel, it's pretty easy, and I will put a link in the description box below about how to start a channel, and it's from YouTube itself. The directions are very easy. There's no need for me to go over that here. The first thing I want you to do in your process of creating a channel is to figure out what the purpose is. What I mean by that is, do you want to sell your products or your artwork? Now, I'm an artist, and my channel is about painting techniques, and it's also about helping people start an online art business. And so the examples I give are related to art, but this works for any niche that you are thinking about. So there's lots of good tips here. It doesn't matter if you're an artist or not, but I will use art examples. First, figure out the purpose of your channel. Do you want to make money selling products like your paintings or your sculptures? Or do you want to sell an online course that you have, or maybe an art membership that you have? So if the goal of your channel is to sell a product, then you probably want to make sure in each video, or in most of your videos, that you're talking about those products or those paintings, and you probably want to mention your website. Okay. Now, if you don't want to mention your website in every single video, at least put it in the description. So this is important in that every video you make, you want to have some kind of call to action. And so let's say that you have a freebie or a lead magnet that you're trying to give to people in order to get some email addresses so that you can create a community of people and an audience. So you want to mention that lead magnet in your videos and talk about what you get in that freebie, and then put a link to it in the description box. So this way you are actually building your email list through your YouTube channel. And that's important for any business. It doesn't matter what you're doing. The email list is the most important thing because that is yours and you own it. You don't own social media. You don't own Instagram. You can't control their algorithm. And so we want to develop our email list. So in each video, I recommend trying to either point to your website or point to your email list or point to the lead magnet that you have for people so they can sign up for free. Now, as I say that, if you don't have an email list or a website, don't think, oh God, I can't have a YouTube channel, okay? This is for people who already have those things. If you don't have that yet, then start making your videos and just create content, okay? Keep it simple, right? But if you have things like a website, like products to sell, make sure you're taking advantage of talking about those things so that your target audience knows about them. Another purpose of your channel might be that you want to get monetized. And so what it means on YouTube to get monetized is that you start earning money from all the ads that are put on your channel. So if that's what you want to do, then you might have a different focus on the types of videos you create. You want to create videos that people are really interested in and that they're going to watch for a long time, because the longer the watch time, the more money you earn as a creator. And maybe you want to do both those things. You want to sell your products, you want to sell your paintings, and you also want to get monetized, okay? In either example, a long video is not going to hurt you. Now, other creators, they want to get a brand deal. And so if you want to get a brand deal, then obviously you want to make content about the different products that you use or the services that you use so you can start talking about them and linking to them in your description box. Now, if you want a specific brand, obviously you want to talk about that brand, but I wouldn't limit yourself because you don't know if you'll get a brand deal. They can be hard to get, and I'm not the expert on that, but generally speaking, I wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket. There's a lot of different brands of paint that I use, for example, and brushes. And so I talk about all those. And speaking of that, other creators, they want to make money from affiliate marketing. So what that means is in my videos, I talk about the supplies I use because I've been painting for 30 years. So I've gone through a lot of paintbrushes, a lot of paint, a lot of brands of canvases. So I've got really good recommendations for people based on 30 years of painting experience. So I put those links in the description. And I also have an Amazon affiliate page where you can go there and you can look at the different painting brushes that I recommend or the different canvases I recommend. And then I make a very small amount on the purchases. I think to date I've made like $25 in the past year. So it's not very much money. And I don't post because I want you to buy that thing so I can make money from it. I post because legitimately I think it's really good. And I'm a teacher. I want to help people and make it easier. Okay, so the next thing that you want to consider before making your YouTube channel is having a focus of your channel and sticking to that focus. So for example, if you teach watercolor landscapes and that's what you want your channel to be about, then focus on watercolor techniques and papers and brushes and skills, how to do a painting from start to finish. Don't start doing videos about politics or about the weather or about who knows what. You want to stay on point and on topic, and you can expand a bit from that when it makes sense. For example, on my channel, most of my videos to date, as of today, are about painting techniques, abstract painting, a bit of art history, a little bit about my artwork, about me as an artist. Full classes, I take you from beginning to end on an abstract painting, and I've got Q&As. But I'm just starting to do videos about coaching other artists to make a YouTube channel, to make an online business. And so you'll start seeing more videos on this topic. So my focus is expanding a bit, but it's still niched down to helping artists or wannabe artists, right? So that's really important when you want to think about your channel and making sure the videos you post are about that topic. Now, if you go, let's say you do watercolor and then you post something about the weather, what happens is you actually confuse YouTube. You confuse the algorithm and it doesn't know if it should send your videos to people who are interested in the weather or interested in watercolor. And so you don't come up on the browse features as much. You won't get pushed out as much. So YouTube is smart. They've got an algorithm and they want to see that you are niched down on a certain topic. So highly recommend that you keep your channel focused. The next thing is you need some basic equipment. Now you don't need much, don't get freaked out because it's not a big deal and it's not as expensive as you think. Obviously you need a phone or a camera or a laptop to record with. I'm recording right now on my MacBook Pro and I'm using the mic that's built into the MacBook Pro. Most likely because of my studio space, I have really high ceilings, so it can be a little pingy, the sound. And so I will do a little bit of editing on the audio and it's very easy to do. For the most part, if you happen to have a MacBook Pro and it has a good built-in camera and mic like mine does, that's all you need. Now, if you have a phone, you can use your phone to record videos. You just want to make sure you have enough storage in your phone so you have the space, or you can get a professional camera. Now, if you're using a phone, you're going to need a tripod. And so there are tripods they sell that hold a camera like this. So the phone is looking right at you and it's getting the face-to-face shot, right? If you're an artist or you're any kind of person that wants to show something with your hands and get that overhead bird's eye view, then what you want is an overhead tripod. It took me months to find a good overhead tripod. I bought a few, I didn't really like them, but I found one. It's linked below in the description and it works really well. So I highly recommend that because as an artist, it's sometimes hard to kind of keep turning around to paint and to show people things. So you want to, and like, let's say you teach cooking, right? You want to have that camera right over your work area. Okay, so let's now go to the next important thing, which is lighting. Okay, right now I am using my softbox light. It's $63 as of now, today, October 15th, 2024. It might go up, it might go down, but I love these lights. Okay, you get two lights and you put one on each side. So one would be like here and one would be here. So right now I have one right there. So you can probably see this side of my face is illuminated. Now I'm going to turn this off for a second. And so look at that difference. So the video quality went down, and because this is the door, and I actually put a fabric on it so it blocks the light out a bit. But I've got a lot of light behind me. This is the north side of my house. This is really good studio light if you're making art, but it's not great for video quality. So now I'll turn the light back on again. And you see that difference. Better video quality. I'm illuminated. You can still see things in the background, but it makes a huge difference for $63. So definitely get yourself some good lights. The next thing you need is a mic. Now, again, if you have a situation with whatever you have right now that it sounds good without a mic, great. But I want you to really take audio quality seriously, because that can make someone click off a video really quick if you have bad audio quality. And the mics that I get, they're not super expensive. These are like $30 mics. So lavalier mics, they clip right onto your shirt, and they're small, and those work really well when you're plugging into your phone. You can also use it from your computer as well. And then of course it also hooks up to your camera if you want. They have wireless lavalier mics and they have wired. The wireless devices are great if you're going to be further away from your recording device and if you just don't want wires hanging about. So I actually have about 4 different lavalier mics that I've purchased, and they're all good, and they are linked in the description. I will sometimes lose them or break them. That's why I've bought so many, but all the ones I have linked are really good. When it comes to your phone, do not rely on the phone sound quality. It's not going to be very good. So you definitely need a mic if you're using a phone to record. With the supplies that I suggest, you will spend $150 at most to get yourself a nice set of lights, a mic, and a tripod. Now, if you go with a tripod that's just facing towards the person, it's going to be a lot less than that. So invest that money up front so you have good quality videos from the beginning. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do is make a content plan. So just make a plan for what types of videos you're going to make in the next, let's say, 4 weeks or 12 weeks. And what you could do is just start off by brainstorming all the different videos that you might want to do. And let yourself just throw a huge list down there. Don't edit too much, and just put everything you can think of that you want to make a video about. And then you can sort of cross out things. You can double up things that have the same idea. You also might want to look at people in your space. So again, if you're a watercolor landscape teacher, you might look at what's out there already and look at their channels, look at their content. It might give you some ideas. You may even watch their videos so you can see how you might bring a different perspective on a certain topic. So this is a really good idea to get ideas for your content. What I want you to do after you do all that brainstorming is just make a list of 4 to 12 weeks of content. I do recommend posting weekly on YouTube. That's when I've seen the most growth, is when I posted weekly for at least a month at a time. And there are times when I've actually dropped off and didn't post for 2 months maybe. I'm not proud about that, and it's not something I want to do, but other life happens and other things come up in your business that you have to take care of, and so it can be hard to do it weekly, but try your best to do that. Now, another easy way to get some content in there is to do some live videos. So you could hold a live Q&A, you could do a live tutorial on something, and all you have to do is go into YouTube and click the upload button at the top right, click live, and you can go live immediately. And YouTube will push that out and people will see that you're live. You'll probably get a few people on there watching what you're doing. But the good thing about this is it records you, and then you don't have to edit it because it was live and there's no need to go and edit that. And then it just goes right in your channel, so you already have some content. Now, before you officially launch your channel, let's say you want to announce it on Instagram or Facebook, or maybe you have an email list you want to announce it to, or if you just want to start a new channel, I'd highly recommend having at least 3 or 4 videos in your channel so that you just don't have one. One video, it just looks kind of lame, right? So start, and I know it seems like a lot, and I don't want this to become the thing that stops you from doing it. So if it is, I'll tell you this, a little secret. I started with 1 video, okay? I didn't do this. I wish I did. So I wish that I started my channel with 3 or 4 videos, and there's a lot of reasons why. But I didn't do that, and I still grew. So if you're like, nope, not doing that, stick with me, okay? You can just skip this part, but I want to tell you why I think it's a good idea. So when you start with 3 or 4 videos, what you can do is, let's say video 1 is basic watercolor techniques. Video 2 is my favorite watercolor paints. Video 3 is the best brushes, and video 4 is how to paint a watercolor flower. what you can do in each video is talk about the other video. And you can go like this and say the video is linked up here, and you could have, a little image there of your video. You just do that right on YouTube, like in their app. And then you can say, okay, well, now that you've watched about my favorite brushes, watch this video to learn about my favorite paints. You might combine those two videos actually, or you could say, okay, now that you've got all the supplies you need, watch this video to learn how to paint a watercolor flower. So then you're pointing to your other videos. So then that person goes to that other video, they might subscribe. YouTube is like, ooh, this person has really good content. This person is worth me pushing out more because people like what they're doing. And why does YouTube want to push your content when more people are watching and liking and subscribing? Because they make more ad money, right? YouTube wants to keep people on the app just like any other app, right? And YouTube makes a lot of money from the ads that are run on videos. So it's very likely that if you don't have a premium YouTube account, you've already seen some ads so far, right? And I'm actually making money from those ads. I got monetized a few months ago, and I will do a video on how much I made in my first few months, and that'll be linked here when that video comes out. This will be pointing to something at some point. Come back to me if you want to see that. Or subscribe, put on notifications so you'll find out when my next video comes out. When you start doing that, when you start linking from this video to that video to this video, you keep people in your world, and that's a good thing. So really important to try to go with 3 or 4. But again, I did not do that. If you can't do it, you just want to do one, just throw it up there. Get it done. Mr. B says, talk to me after you've uploaded 100 videos. I don't even have 100 videos on my channel as of yet. So, the idea there is the more videos you do, the better you're going to get at it. The more you're going to smile, the more that you're going to feel comfortable, the more that, you'll understand how to make a better video. You'll see your analytics. So again, just start making videos so you can get that practice. In the beginning of when I posted videos, I did not have really any call to actions. I might have said subscribe and like, which everybody says, right? But I had lead magnets. I had freebies at the time. I didn't call out my freebies. I had a course. I wouldn't talk about my course much. I still have a course. I have an email. I didn't say, hey, email me if you have a question. So you want to utilize YouTube as a way to get in front of people that are your target audience and to let them know how they can get into your world. And it's such an opportunity. So if you do a video and you don't at least have a call to action like, hey, at least you want to say subscribe and like, right? But beyond that, I would try really hard to have your freebie called out on, to refer people to your website, to ask them to comment or ask questions, because that's another way that YouTube will see people like your content. And you can even be specific. Like, for example, let me say this right now. Are you thinking about creating a YouTube channel? If you are, tell me about it in the comments. What do you want to do your channel about? What's keeping you back? What are you worried about? Go ahead and comment, and I actually really will respond. I respond to every single comment. So that's the kind of thing you want to do, and I mean that when I say that. Please do comment below. But we get people engaged and interested, and I didn't do that in the beginning either. So it's good that you're watching this video. I'm really proud of you. Take notes and do it because it makes a difference. Okay, the next thing is you want to create weekly content. There's something about the weekly posting thing on YouTube. I can tell you that every time I was consistent about posting weekly, my subscribers and likes went up drastically. And then if I were to show you the times when I stopped for a month or two, everything dropped significantly. So it's really important to try your best to do that weekly content. Okay, so the next thing is editing. And so again, this is another place where people get all nervous and say, oh, I don't know how to edit. I have no idea how to edit. That's so much time. So if you're the kind of person you're like, I don't want to deal with editing. I have no idea how to do it. I am not tech savvy. Well, guess what? You don't have to edit your videos. You can just have a channel where your videos are unedited. Okay, mine are. I usually just edit a little bit to take out some of the little mistakes that I make. But I would love to get to a point where I could just sit here and talk to you for 30 minutes and not make any mistakes. But you know what? I've watched videos like that where they're live and unedited, and I stick around as long as the content is good. So that's the most important thing. If your content is really good and you're giving people value, you're teaching them something, it doesn't matter if you have some slickly edited video with flashing lights and spinning things. It's honestly a waste of time. And when I look back at the videos that I got monetized on, the one that I'm making the most money from is one that was not edited at all. So that tells you something. Watch time is more important. Okay, if you don't want to edit, hopefully you feel okay. If you do want to edit, let's talk about that. Number one, if you have a Mac, iMovie is super easy, user-friendly. You can learn it very quickly. And what I recommend is just watch a few YouTubes on how to use iMovie to edit videos, learn a bit, and then jump in there and just do some simple editing, okay? When you get more advanced, I have Final Cut Pro. I really like it. It's not like the most professional program, but I'm not doing fancy stuff. So Final Cut Pro works for me. And what's nice about that is I think it's about $300 for lifetime access. So that works really well for my business. Okay, there's online editing programs as well that you can use. You can look those up. I don't use those a whole lot personally. And then you can also get an editor. So let's say you just don't want to deal with it. You can go to Fiverr and Upwork. I will link to those in the description. And you can hire someone from anywhere in the world to edit your videos. And there are people in other countries, the Philippines is one that comes to mind, where the hourly wage is much lower. I've been seeing $8 to $10 an hour, and that's a good wage for them because they set their own wages on these platforms, and you're giving them a job and they will edit your video. I've seen a lot of video editing packages offered where it's $25 for a really simple edit or $50 up to like $300. So you can really get a whole range there. But when you can afford to put a little bit of money into your editing, I highly recommend it because you're going to spend more time making content and not editing. I right now still edit my own videos, and I do that because I'm kind of particular, especially with my tutorials. I know what to keep and what to get rid of. I'm just a little bit particular about it. I think as I go along here, I will surely hire an editor, and that'll be a great day when that happens. But for now, I edit myself and I try to keep it as simple as possible. And I have been getting better about getting down to about an hour or two of editing time, as opposed to 6 hours, 8 hours for like a 15-minute video. It takes a lot of time. So that's about it here. Let's go over my tips for how to start a channel. First of all, you want to figure out the purpose of your channel and what results you're trying to get for your business, whether it be to sell more art or get more clients or get course students or brand deals. Make sure your focus is clear so that you make content that supports that purpose. Number 2 is stick to a focus your channel and don't go off topic. Number 3, invest in some equipment from the beginning so that you can make professional looking videos. Make a content plan for at least 4 weeks so you know where you're going. And also make sure you have about 3 or 4 videos that are ready to go and are uploaded all at the same time. So when you announce your channel, you have a bit of content on there. Finally, continue creating videos and posting about once a week. Add lives into the mix so that you can get some easy content without having to edit. Now, if you want advice about starting your YouTube channel, especially if you're a creative or an artist, I can help you. I coach people and help them with how to create a YouTube channel and an online business. I have an abstract painting course that I sell. I teach in-person classes, and I also have this channel. I've been doing this now for several years, have had a lot of success, and love to help other people. In fact, I get kind of nerdy about this stuff. So if you're serious, I'm the one to talk to because I get super nerdy. There's so much to learn and understand about an online business and using YouTube to grow your business and to get people that are your target audience. So go ahead and email me. My email address is in the description box below, and we can talk about your business and how I can help you. Now, according to YouTube, most people who watch my videos are not subscribed. Is that you? If that's you, can you subscribe? I mean, if you're gonna want more content like this, if you think this was good information, let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button, help a sister out, like the video, and comment and ask questions. Be engaged. I really hope this was helpful. And again, I want to encourage you so much to start a YouTube channel. I have grown so quickly on YouTube, much more than I have grown on Facebook and Instagram. In fact, the amount of subscribers I have right now on YouTube in just about a little bit over a year is way more than what I have on Facebook and Instagram combined. It is a great channel. They support new creators. This is the time to get started on YouTube. And not just that, more people are getting their information from online. So take advantage of that opportunity, get yourself on YouTube, and let me know if you have any questions. I hope you have a great day. Take care.